Hey gang, as promised today we're going to do the solo to ZZ Top's Jesus Just Left Chicago. We did the chords a while back. Today we're going to do the solo. Super duper cool solo. Billy Gibbons pulls out lots of tricks, including a real surprise one that I have in store for you coming up. And hey, that's about it. It's a real fun one to play, this one. Hey, as always, if you like it, give it the thumbs up, and if you haven't yet, subscribe for one of these every week. We'll see you in just a second. All right, gang, let's go over this note for note. Now, before we do, you can download the tab from the link in the description. It's going to make your life a lot easier. Okay, before we get into anything, I want to show you the main trick of this song, and that is we're going to do a fake open G tuning. And that simply means we're going to tune our A string, our fifth string, down to a G. All right? The way I do it is to sound the third string, which is normally an open G, that's a G, but it's an octave up, and then play the fifth at the same time, and I'm going to tune that one down. Okay? So... All right, and by the way, if you're playing rhythm, you can do the same thing so it works the whole time. All right? All right, now let's talk about the sound for this particular solo. If you've listened to ZZ Top's rhythm, it's surprisingly clean. And the solo itself is just kind of a dirty distortion. So you don't want it to be too smooth or too overdriven. And I'm using a Paul Reed Smith, which normally gives an incredibly too much distortion, I think, on the bridge pickup. But I'm splitting the coil, so I'm playing it only as a single coil. And that takes a little bit of the edge off. If you have a Les Paul, just don't overdrive it too much. If you have a Strat, that's going to be fine. A Tele, it's going to be fine. Just don't put too much on there. Nice, dirty distortion. All right, so let's play the whole solo now slowly, and then I will go through it line by line. Here it is slowly. Okay, there we go. All right, let's go through this now line by line. This is a blues in G, so a lot of this is going to be sort of G minor pentatonic with a few other normal tricks that come in. Okay, so we're going to start out with some rather odd bends here. I've got we're going to play this. So we're going to start out with some rather odd bends right up here. And on the second string, I'm playing the 10th. First string, I'm playing the first. I'm going to bend up about, I don't know, maybe a half to a whole step. I'm really bending up actually more of a half step. And give that some sustain. Give it lots of vibrato, especially on the second string, okay? All right. Then we're going to play this. All right, so now I'm thinking G minor pentatonic, the normal blues box position. All right, except that the fifth string is going to sound crazy, right? So we're going to stay away from that. Okay, so the first thing's going to be sliding up to that, the the G on the 4th string, 5th fret. Okay? So that's 3, 5, and bend up that 5th and give it lots of vibrato. And then 3. I like tweaking that just a little bit, maybe a quarter. That note's really cool. That's a 3 on the 4th string. All right, and then we're going to simply play the 3 on the 5th and pull it to the open. All right, here's that whole line again. Should say, if you do pick harmonics there, nothing wrong with that. You can do them every time. Sounds great. ZZ Top used that all the time. Sounds good. Okay, here's the second line. All right, same sort of slides or bends up here. That's the same. Then we're going to do a pick slide. Now I like doing this pick slide between the 4th and 3rd strings. You know, you're going to get a better pick slide if you do it between the 4th and 5th, but to do it between the 4th and 3rd works well because you've got an open note that's coming. All right, so just do it between the, I try it between the 3rd and 4th and see how that works. Okay, and then we're going to play open, and then 3, open 3rd string, and then 3 and 5. And bend that up. And then this line. So that is nice little 7th arpeggio there. So we're playing 4th string, 5th fret, 3rd string, 3rd fret, and then bending up on that 2nd string, 6th fret. All right, here's the whole line again. All right, here's the next line. All right, so that one's pretty straightforward, but another little cool blues trick there. We're playing 6th, whole step bend, lots of vibrato. So the second time I'm playing it again, and now I'm going to bring it down, but before I bring it down, I grab that 3rd string, because I'm bending up a whole step. I'm going to grab that 3rd string, bring it down, and play the 3rd fret on the 3rd string. And then back up to the 2nd string, 6th fret, and bend that up a whole step. Okay, here's that whole line again. Lots of vibrato. Okay, here's the crazy line. All right, so for that one, I'm simply playing 6 on the 2nd string. The whole idea of this one is try and get it to explode a bit and sound a little bit nuts, but you have a nice little landing part at the end. So what I'm playing is I'm playing on the 2nd string, I'm playing 6, and then I'm hammering on and pull off 3, 6, 3, 6, 3, 6, 3 times. Now if you do it 4, that's okay. If you do it 3, that's okay. If you do it 2, that's okay. You just want it to be somewhat crazy sounding, right? All right, 3 pull-offs, that's what I do. Okay, so then I play on the 3rd string, 5 pull-off to 3, and 4, and then 5 on the 4th string. Okay, so that's normal. So classic blues move is to pivot back to the, once you play the 5th on the 4th string, to pivot back to the 3rd string 5th. And then back to the 4th string 5th. Then to the 3rd on the third string, and then back to the fifth. But this time we're going to play the fifth and bend it up a whole step, play the sixth on the second string, and then end up on the third string. Okay, so it's going to sound like this. One more time slowly. Now when you play it fast, it sounds really cool. It has that out of control feel to it. Let's do the next line. All right, again, we're starting out with the our typical open fifth string, and then playing the third and pulling it back off. Then we're playing our somewhat dissonant sounding chords there to lead off. And so we already have played that one. And then we're going to play this. So that's, again, classic blues. Fourth string fifth fret, and then third string third fret, third string fifth fret, bend it up, give it lots of vibrato. And then we're playing on the second string while we've got it bent up and kind of ringing out. We're going to play on the second string 3, 6, and then back to the third string fifth, bending it up and giving it lots of vibrato. Finally coming out of it, after you let that sustain a bit, we're going to play third string third, fifth, and then fourth string fifth to end up. Okay? All right. So here's the last line. Okay, very straightforward. So this is on the third string, fifth fret again, that same bend, and we're going to pull it down and then pull off to the third. And come back to it, and come back to the fifth, give it lots of vibrato. Then 3 on the third, 3 on the fourth, vibrato again, and then 5 on the fourth, 3 on the third, 3 on the fifth, and open. Okay, so one more time, here's the line. Okay, I lied a little bit. This is actually the last line. This is the Robert Johnson stuff. And what we're going to do once we play that open G, we're going to play, coming back up to this, and I showed this in the previous lesson, or in the previous thing, because it's all over the song. So let me show you the left hand first. What we're doing is we're playing on the fourth string and the first string alternately, right? All right, so the first thing is we're hammering on let's think about the fourth string. We're going to play this. Hammer on to the third, or from the third to this is on the fourth string. Hammer on from the second fret to the third fret, and then walk down to the second, then to the first, and then play on the fifth string 3 and open. And we're going to play intersperse that with a first string third fret, so that's going to stay the same. Okay, so that's the line. Let's take a look at the right hand now. What I'm doing with the right hand is I'm picking with on the fourth string with my hand, or with my pick, and then pulling up I use the third finger, but you can use the second, either one, on the first string while I'm holding down the third fret. So like so. Let me see if I can get this more clearly. And that is that. Well, gang, there you have it. Jesus Just Left Chicago. Billy Gibbons, one of the greats for sure. And it's a real cool solo, this one. Have a ball with this one. I find it to be a lot of fun. I hope you did too. Till next time, we'll see you on down the road.